All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for the Summer Hikaru Died, episode 12. All right.
Season finale. Okay.
Yeah.
We had a lot of scares last episode. Both in the okay, is Hikaru going to do something very scary? And also, oh hey, is a human going to try and do something very stupid to Hikaru?
Yeah, and then also, should I just go back up the mountain?
It's like, yeah. Heavy stuff.
Yeah, because Hikaru, you know, as he is now, it's not Hikaru. This is something else.
Its own thing.
But it's something that we could actually have some kind of equilibrium, some kind of status quo with him and Yoshiki, even though Yoshiki has now fully accepted that this is not Hikaru.
Right.
Took a while because this is the summer Hikaru died.
Exactly.
So having this kind of be where they kind of make the trajectory for the rest of the story from here is kind of exciting.
Makes sense.
There are people out there that could make things a lot more difficult. But for now, they've kind of been shielded from a lot of that.
Right. And as far as whether you go back up to the mountain, that is a good line of thinking to explore.
But
whether or not that's what should be done is
no.
Definitely don't make that decision alone.
No.
You know?
And also, like, we've got to figure out some way that we can kind of change the way things are currently headed for the town, because there are
it definitely
a
isn't
lot.
good. Things do need to change for the
There
town.
are a lot of things happening
Yep.
that won't necessarily get better just by you going up the mountain. So, yeah. But, all right, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
No. 俺はもうお前と一緒には
Oh,
帰るな。
no.
俺がず
No.
っと
Just keep it in the role play. No.
やだ。
Yeah.
やっと君と友達に
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know how this goes.
Yeah. Oh.
All right. Think anyone's gonna die this episode? Like named characters?
Could be. Could be the instigating factor for Hikaru to make the decision, you know? Yeah. Could be either of those two.
Yep. Or some of
both.
the townspeople decide to do something really dumb.
Or we need to assemble the Ghostbusters squad, you know? They're just,
Yep.
we're gonna fight impurities, you know? Just like, that's what we're gonna do.
Go up the mountain with him.
We'll scare them away with our cringe singing. Let's go! Ah!
8月にクラスの子とプール行く約束してん。やから浮きは
Its place? Oh.
浮き入れるところめっちゃ臭いもん。新しいの。
よしき、調べ物は
まだや。もう少し本借りるけど。
好きなだけ読んだら。
Cool.
Okay.
I love it also, the acknowledgement of like, hey, you know, I'm keeping your secret.
Right.
You're good, man.
夏休
Fun.
み楽しみにしすぎかい。
ばあちゃんもいまいち元気ないし。
Oh.
始める。俺こんな顔してるか。
Not even really upset, just like,
Yeah.
がヒカルはまだ来とらん。
すんで光る。
Oh.
それでは効果選手を。
yeah.
Where's she going? That's actually kind of funny. The haunting area with
Right.
the empty classroom with the piano. The monster seeks out that spot, you know? She can tell he's here. Yeah.
式サボっとってずるいの。
クソしとったって言えば許されんで。
どうも。
Oh!
Hi.
脳抜き様ね。
Aha. Aha.
あれ。
Yeah.
最初から
Aha.
存在してないんです。
Whoa! What a cool
Interesting.
development!
この村が作り上げた架空の神ですよ。全くの無意味だ。
Incredible.
もっと根本的な原因があったんです。僕が何とかする予定なんで、うまくいけば村人全滅は防げるでしょう。
Okay. All right, so it
What
might not
kind
be,
of game is he playing here? I love this.
yeah, not entirely covering for them.
Uh-huh.
宿題やる
Ugh.
勉強楽しいし
さ
Yeah.
やっぱり光やないよね。
Nope.
この前光がいつもの光やなくて。
朝子さ
Hmm.
前からさそういう俺に直接言わん方がええよ
Out loud to me.
言わんよ誰にも。光が光やないの怖いし。
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
よしきがそれでもいつも通りにしとるのも変
Sure.
That's also a big deal, yeah.
だ。全部が変や。
Oh.
なんでか今の光のこと全然嫌いになれやんの。
壊してしもうたのに
そうやそうや。
朝子にはもう何もせんってよしきと約束したから誰も殺さんってのも
本当に人やないんやね。
Nope.
光はどっかで生きとったりしやんの。
もうこの体したんやね
そっか。
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even if she wasn't as close as Yoshiki, was still a friend.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
あ
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
光はこうやってみんなに悲しんでもらうべきやったんや、がおるから誰もこうやって悲しまへん
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
もし俺がおらんかったらよしきはみんなと一緒に
And they would have been able to move on. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
より苦しくなかったんかな
Oh.
It wouldn't be like he is now. It'd be in a different way. But he'd still be suffering.
みんなで前向いてちゃんと大学のこととか考えて
Oh.
楽しく過ごせたんかな。なんか悪いことしとったんやな。ごめんな。
Wow.
Okay.
Like he actually
Alright.
like kind of feels that. Like the
Mhm.
the
Yeah. He's learning.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He has learned a lot.
Alright, it's getting warm again. It's been a year.
よしきは彼女おらんのか。
Nope.
前髪切ら
Oh
ん
my
と
god.
女にモテやんぞ。
Hey, save me. Yeah.
Mhm.
今から出かけ。
Yeah. Anywhere. Sounds great.
Fantastic. Get me out of here.
Yep. Bleh.
お前に殺されかけたと思っとる。今さらなんともないわ。
Dang.
いち気にしてられ
Yeah,
んわ。
it's getting more
俺
intense.
もお前んことさしたし、
Uh
お
huh.
互い様や。誘ってくれて助かった。
Yeah.
親戚
Oh my god, they're the
まあおったら
worst.
行き詰まって死んどった。
Yep.
Whoa, just
Uh-huh.
live
執
action.
着する気持ち。俺にも居場所があるはずやって思いたい。
Whoa, that's cool.
Yeah.
ここやない。
Whoa. It's all in the ED, but
Mm-hmm.
that's here. Yep. Bleh.
Bleh.
え笑った。いやそれ。
That was the most Hikaru like he's probably been this
Yeah.
whole.
Uh-huh.
あら浮き輪って言ってたんやろ。ほんまにそれでええん？
いや、一番可愛いのって言うとったし。
Perfect.
All right.
空気ねで畳めばええに。
なんかかわいそうやろ。
Oh, it's a salamander. I see.
This does feel kind of similar to his trip with Hikaru, though.
It is. It is. I was thinking that too. I just didn't want to say it yet. I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
Might be saying goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
お抜き様やった頃の記憶はないん？
あるはずなんやけど、なぜかずっと忘れとって、
Hmm.
最近少しずつ思い出したような。願いを叶えるって話。
Interesting.
願いを叶えてやれる気がする。
ビッ
Cool.
グマウスやな。本当に何でも。
ええよ。
Grant you a wish before you leave.
別に
Whoa.
こんなとこでずっと考えとってもしゃあないで。海行かん？
わ
一回くらい見ときたいね。
Whoa. Oh, at least once. I have a wish.
How funny would that be if they were on the same train?
Yeah, on the same train. That would be wild. Oh. Oh. Yeah, take him off. Take him off. Ah!
Oh boy.
Oh, my heart. Why would a snake be out here by the ocean?
Yeah.
海行く約束ちゃんと果たしたな。
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
朝子やマキやユウキは今合唱コンでやんくて怒ったりしとったかな。楽しかったりして。この胸を躍らせる未来こそ今ってとこが熱いやん。
No.
静かに
歌うの
引き寄せてごらん。
歌詞が全然ちゃう。
確かに話してみ花見は戻らん
Whoa.
らせる未来こそ
Whoa.
今
His song.
Mm-hmm.
死に際の光の誰も悲しまなければええのによしきは一人にさせたな。そういう願いを叶えたからこうなった。
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
でも悪い。その
Yeah.
願いは多分果たせやん。山に戻ろうと思うね。
Okay, he's telling him. That's good.
Okay.
最近ヨシキを襲ってしまうのはさ、俺の本性が出たから。自分の空っぽな部分を埋めたくて欲しくなる。人にはようわからんよ。
Yeah.
もともとこういう存在なんやと思う。人もたくさん殺しとるし、また殺してしまうかもしれん。ヨシキは殺したないから。ヨシキが生きてる間くらいは平和になるはず。はあ、無理やろ、あかんやろ。
Yeah.
I don't want to lose you. Yeah.
バケモンはおらんくなって人として生きていくんや。めでたしめでたし。お前
No.
ここにいたんやろ。
Oh, that was awesome.
どうすんの？
Yeah.
お前が簡単にその体から離れられんのか。それは結局具体的なことは決まっ
Right,
とるん
right,
や。
right, right.
そんな無計画な話に乗れんわ。
Oh.
でもそれしかうっせんの。
Maybe for now, yeah,
何
but
が正解かもわからんけど、ことまで覚えんでもええわ。
whoa.
涼しいままで俺や。
ヒカルはさ、聖火が好きやったけど、俺はアイスが一番好きや。
Oh.
しかもガチガチくんやなくてパピッコな。多分俺のが猫好き。
I can see that.
もつまらん映画なんて一つもなかったわ。あれは勉強嫌いやったけど、俺
Mm-hmm.
は好き。
And Yoshiki, you could still research while he's up there. You find a solution, go up and get him.
俺はさ、ほんまに楽しかった。お前にとってはけど、
Yeah.
こんな俺にたくさんのもんをくれた。俺はヨシキが大好きや。恋でも友情でもないんやろな。きっと人間のどの感情ともちゃう。ちゃんと俺の気持ちやで。ガルやなくてバケモンの。
Right, 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 right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
違う。普通になれやんくて。バケモンは
Oh. Oh.
俺や。自分自身をずっと隠してきた。やからこいつが救われてほしいって。俺も救われるから。結局ただのエゴやん。村のためって責任転嫁して
Sure.
Oh.
That's okay.
ヨシキ、
Yeah.
今までありがとうな。違う、代わりとかっちゃう。お前諦めとるだけやろ。
Oh.
あったら押し付けてくんな。
I'm already attached. Yeah.
Mhm.
選択は何も間違ってない。
No.
Oh.
どんだけ頑張ってきたと思っとんねん。
間違う。本物
て帰りたないわ
Oh,
化け物はおらんくなって
God.
何のために今まで
いやいや
化け物から解放されてお前にとっても
Wow.
I
Wow.
love it.
本当の自分をバレやんように隠して生きとる
Yeah.
ヒカルが人殺し
や
やと
としても
お前とヒカルと
一緒に
Whoa.
ヒカルの代わりなんかやないよただお前に消えてほしないだけの最低の自己中クソ野郎や
That's my wish. Don't disappear on me.
そうやったんか
Yeah.
もう今さらやそんな
Yeah.
Right.
お前さこれから
Who knows? We'll figure it out, I guess.
オオサンショウを
Ha ha ha!
流されとる
Whoops. Whoa.
あんまま遠くまで流されれば
屋敷の方がガキやな
Yep. Dang.
Oh, more.
Oh, we got
Awesome.
more. We got
Let's
more.
go.
Well, because he's got to approach them now. Like, so I've been kind of following you guys, and
He got it
nice,
for them.
perfect. Sup, guys? Oh, that's
I love
a
it.
fun cliffhanger.
Well,
All right,
that
we
was-
resolved it all with a
real
relational
good.
discussion between Hikaru and Yoshiki, and I love
Yeah.
the emotional complexities at play here because when you love somebody, you want what's best for them.
Sure.
But oftentimes, in order to have a wish be granted, you have to be willing to be selfish. You have to be willing to think about what it is you want,
Sure.
not just doing a
Absolutely.
wish for somebody else.
Yep.
So, in order for these two to make any progress, they both have to be willing to share honestly what
they
they
want.
feel.
Yeah,
And because Hikaru is no longer Hikaru,
Yep.
he can actually do that.
Right.
Something that was a very big testament to who Hikaru was before was that
He wouldn't.
he was so good at keeping everything proper and stuff.
Oh,
That
absolutely.
despite him being kind of a brat and a ridiculous, little shit when he was with Yoshiki, he very much was still hiding a part of himself. He was not comfortable sharing that. And so this person can share all of that.
Right.
And yet it's not through the lens of just Hikaru's memories. It's the active experiences that they're having right here.
Right.
Which is informed in a lot of ways because Yoshiki is tied to him in a special way because he's wearing Hikaru's form.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But still, even then, it's not just so simple. So I just,
Yeah.
I love it.
I also love this as a final episode for a season
Oh,
because
yeah.
So originally when we were watching the show, I thought that it was a one and done season.
Ah, yes.
I thought that it was just like, all right, we're going to tell a story, and with
Right.
with it having the horror elements and everything, I'm like, all right, that'll work perfectly. Cool. I can see very clearly where I feel like this is going. Great. And with this is definitely some of my own bias speaking here, but I wouldn't be too surprised if there was also maybe an element where the creator was like, this could be a shorter story, right?
Well, it depends. You don't know what's going to be popular or not.
Yeah, you don't want to know whether it's going to be popular or not, and you also don't necessarily fully understand the characters at the outset, right? It's a you have a kernel,
explore
you have
it.
a foundation, and then you explore it, right? You get to know them
Discovery-based
as things go,
storytelling.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly. What do these characters do? And so this is a wonderful turning point for a finale for a season.
Yes.
And also the setting the stage for the rest of the show.
Yeah.
That also feels like it could have very much been the all right.
We said
I guess
goodbye.
these characters aren't done, right?
Right.
Like you could have ended it here, but nope.
No.
That's not how this is going to go.
Nope.
Right? And the thing is, if it had ended here, that would have been still a satisfying as hell ending.
Well, it could
right?
also have not been an ending in that regard, but it could have been a goodbye for Hikaru.
Sure.
And it could have become a very different story at that point.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I love it, yes, as a pivot point, a turning point for
Right.
the story either way.
Yeah.
Because, we've got all this other mystery stuff at play. We've got what's going on with Tanaka.
Yep.
We've got the town's, skeletons and all that. We've
Oh,
got
yeah.
the... was Nanaki-sama even really a god? Or is he manipulating the town in such a way
Right.
because he's like, now
Who knows?
I've got access to something that's going to be crazy.
Yep, and
so
this
it's
is-
the
and the
if he was a
whole-
wish granter and stuff, like this
Sure.
is something there. It's like, oh, my company would be very eager to
Yeah, and
talk
what's the
to
deal
a
with
wish
this
granter
company
and stuff.
And like,
yeah.
there's so many ways that this can go, and so it's both it's a conclusion of the things that the season was exploring,
Yep.
right? While at the same time furthering the story because it's not done.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that can be a very easy thing to like kind of get wrong, where it feels like the longer a story goes on, if you don't have a plan for it, from the get-go, or it starts to go in unexpected directions,
It can
then
be a little unwieldy.
it can be unwieldy, but you can also feel like it turns into a show that you weren't like you were expecting this show, and then you end up getting this show, and so then like that can be funky. But I feel like with the way the characters very organically really struggled and dealt with all of the things that were at play, awesome, fantastic, whatever direction it goes in, I feel like is going to be absolutely earned.
Right, because now they're actually a relationship, like not in the like romantic sense, but in
sure.
the like they're actually going to be for each other fully now.
Right.
They've accepted not just each other, but they've accepted themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yoshiki was able to fully release, and probably in a lot of ways just because he was dealing with the stressful nonsense of his relatives earlier,
Oh,
as
yeah.
he's not able to actually be himself around them. Well, he can be with Hikaru, right? You can be with Hikaru, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or is it just that you're avoiding the side of you that really wants to showcase who you are to your relatives, but they make
Sure.
it too difficult, or maybe
yeah.
make it just too annoying, or what have you? So you're actually running away from showing who you are.
Oh, sure. And
So-
the idea that, all the stuff that you've been doing with Hikaru, is it that you still haven't accepted that Hikaru has died, right?
Yeah.
You
So
know?
this accepts not just that, but also that, oh, right, this is who I am.
Yep.
And I'm okay with that.
Right.
So wonderful. This isn't just this is a pseudo love confession here. This is something of, you've done so much for me in this relationship dynamic we have for the last year.
Yeah, not just...
Thank you. Like
in-
this is a thank you.
Right. Yeah. Thank you, not
Yeah.
thank, person that reminds me of Hikaru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Oh.
so we get all of this stuff. It's fantastic. And the idea that after all of that, because let's be real, there were very practical things to consider with the whole, no, but I will probably keep trying to kill you at
And
some point.
that's why
And-
Asuko was very important in that scene.
yeah,
in
yeah,
the school.
exactly. And the I have killed people before. I've killed a lot of people. I don't want to do that, but that's, and I'm starting to have a better understanding of my own nature and everything. I don't know what to do. This seems like the best course of action. That is a non-starter for me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what do we do now? Then you have Tanaka show up. Fantastic. This is the guy who cut off Hikaru's head just a little bit ago, right? And when he shows up, I'm like, fuck yes. I want to fist pump and be like, we have the victory now, right? Like, we have decided what to do, but we don't know how we're going to do it. And
This
then
is going to
someone
be-
shows up with all the how.
Yeah, this is now a supernatural investigation
Yep.
show. In addition to all the horror, romance,
Right.
adjacent kind of stuff that they've got going on here, and that's where it was always building up to be by the existence of Tanaka's character.
Sure.
It was just the question of whether Tanaka was going to be an antagonist or not.
Yeah, what
Now, he might have a secret agenda.
Absolutely.
He definitely has a secret agenda with at least the townspeople. But whether or not he's going to be more on the nose with things with Hikaru, given that he basically just heard them screaming
Oh, yeah.
all of their stuff there because sound travels across water really nicely, and he's like, that's where they're at. Okay.
and that is also
That's also where this being is at as
right.
well.
Yeah, that's probably the most perfect confirmation of humanity that he could ever have.
Yeah.
Is like, oh no, yeah, that is unmistakably two teenage boys bickering and fighting.
Yes.
Right? Like that's you don't forget what that looks like, right?
Right. So we're going to put the town off the scent entirely. There is no Nonaki-sama.
Yep.
You guys made it all up. And in some ways, they already knew that, kind
Sure.
of. But it's the idea that they're like, no, but there is supernatural shit going on. So what he basically says is like, hey, no, the Nonaki part is false. But the town's threat of being wiped out is real still.
And I will take care of that.
I will
for
take
you.
care of that,
But I
but
just
you
want
guys-
you to know those
yeah,
rituals, sacrifices. No.
Yeah, basically what he's done in a very clever way is said, hey, trust me, I've got it. all the stuff that you think it might be associated with, don't trust any of that. I'm going to be able to take it from here.
And that's absolutely a manipulation tactic,
absolutely
probably,
a
in order so
manipulation
that he can get what he wants, but it also inadvertently
Protects Hikaru.
Protects Hikaru, right? And so, great.
Yeah. So you can tell that Tanaka is, proficient. He is very
He's
good
capable.
at this. But also, you can tell that he's excited. He's about to make some really big progress. And the part that's scary about that is that
we don't know if we can trust him.
we have no other
we really can't.
we have no other characters that are going to be the counterbalance for Tanaka.
Right.
Tanaka is a soul. Now, he's obviously backed by people, but the idea is that in the connections with Yoshiki and Hikaru, there's nobody to stop Tanaka from getting what he wants, really, other than whether or not Hikaru is going to be, I don't know.
There's only so much you can call up Kurebayashi and Asako for, like, advice and be like, hey, so an
adult is now working with us on supernatural shenanigans, and yet he also has a spirit slicing sword.
And he cut my head off earlier, but like, but it seems it's fine now, though.
Right. Because I'm still, a supernatural being and all that. So,
but also, stranger danger and any advice here,
Right. So obviously the worry now is that we've got an adult human that's proficient in all the stuff that's going to have more knowledge on this than even Hikaru as this being has. And thus could use them in whatever way that he wants.
Right.
But because they're solid as a relationship dynamic, I'm not worried about him coming in and driving a wedge between these two immediately.
Right. So,
now, that might be something that becomes a general conflict, but I don't think it's going to be a permanent one that we'll lose progress on.
What we effectively have here is this guy going to bring danger? Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Can you trust him? Fuck no.
No.
Is he going to potentially help you?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Will it outweigh the ways in which he uses you? Who's to say?
Yeah.
So what we effectively have is, here's someone that is a guarantee to progress the plot in very interesting ways very quickly.
Much so. Yes.
Which fundamentally we enjoy because we're watching a story, right? Have the story happen. We have gotten that concrete development, like you were saying, with the relational side of things within the story, and that's not going to be tarnished by this. So, great. The relational side of things, we got a bunch of great progress.
Yes.
Then we have someone who comes along and is like, I'm going to help out with all the other progress. And so we're like, oh, fantastic. This is a win-win situation here.
And in some ways, I'm going to showcase to you all that I care about you guys enough to be like, oh, that little floaty thing? Yeah, I got it back.
Also,
how did he do that?
Yeah, he just... Well, what that showcases, even though, yes, it's definitely a thing to basically be like, hey, this is a good opener and stuff. We got off on the wrong foot before, but what that basically does is it also is another promise of progress for us, the audience, because it showcases, by us seeing his perspective, while we might not be able to trust him, we know that he is at least going to be able to trust to some extent these boys.
Yes.
He is not questioning what the deal is. So anything where the story sort of gets sidetracked is directly because of his manipulation and using them, which is still interesting.
Yes.
It's not going to be the melodrama.
He heard their love confession.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like he knows exactly what's going on.
He knows what's going on.
He has been caught up,
He's not going to have any miscommunications with regards to his understanding of things.
Right.
Obviously, he might be out of touch with them because he's not been a teenage boy
in
love for a while,
just
maybe.
because he understands them does not mean he actually cares about them.
True.
But, we at least have a lot of quality of life things taken care of as far as the story goes.
Yeah.
Their lives in general, I think there are going to be a lot of quality of life things that will not happen.
Yeah, there's still going to be a lot of pain in this story for sure.
Yes.
But yeah, okay. I am excited to see whether or not Kurebayashi gets recruited into their squad. I am excited to see if Asako gets recruited into their squad. I could see this just being a full thing where you get like, your two adults, maybe one or two or three, side character on the teen side of things.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's just we're all in the know, but there's something more than what's going on here. And so my theory with that is the idea that Nonaki is a wish-granting being of some kind, and that's something that as Hikaru starts to gain memories back, that's something he remembers being like, Hikaru's wish was thus.
So
that I be there for you, and that, Yoshiki, I don't make anybody sad, and
Right.
that Yoshiki doesn't end up alone. So that's why I'm here. The idea, though, that what this being is functionally attracts the impurities, because that's the vernacular we're using for them.
Yep.
Is itself a supernatural entity that contains potentially access or itself a myriad of other entities that have stuck to it.
Yep.
Or been consumed,
Including-
or what have you.
It would seem souls, given what Hikaru mentioned this episode.
Well, right, and that's kind of been soft confirmed for a while,
Right.
because of how Korebayashi described what he looked like,
And also what the impurities are, and the fact that it
and the
devours
lightning
them,
rod
and,
stuff,
yeah,
and all
exactly.
that. But I want to go on the idea that what the being is visually being displayed with the sketch that we got, and had it being something that was referenced to Gehenna, aka another word for basically the abyss, hell,
Yeah. Yep.
afterlife kind of related thing and stuff, and then we have souls at play. I think the thing that makes sense is that if someone asked for a wish that could theoretically be perpetually granted, is that, oh, he is an access point, in the same way that they said that there's like weak points within the fabric
Sure.
of reality.
Between the land of the living and the dead.
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that,
I think it's just that anytime he's doing this, he is just himself a portal, an access point to that, a living tear, and thus the swirling mass and all that is basically just a visualization of all those souls that are
Sure.
within.
And if it isn't to this is to confirm what you're talking about, even if it might be a different kind of vernacular. Even if he isn't a portal per se, given that he is an amalgamation of souls, he effectively is at the very least a pit stop resting place for things that should be on the other side but aren't.
Right. So this is where I think the portal part is important for my theory here, is that there's people that can sense what he is, basically.
Yeah.
But I think that most of the things that we've had in the world building with how these things come about is that they are like stuck here. They're not supposed to be here. Supposed to be
Right.
in the land of the dead and the
dead,
spirits
right.
and stuff. One of the things that it feels like is missing then functionally from this story is then how do beings go from the land of the living when they die
To the
and there's
land of the
the dead? We need our Shinigami, right?
Sure.
So what if that's an aspect of what Nonaki or whatever the original being was?
Sure. Or at the very least, it either is one of those, or it is something that is directly interfering with that,
or interfering with that, yeah.
and keeping them here when they're supposed to be able to.
Right,
belong.
right.
Yeah.
So here's my thought, is that if they are, I forget what the word is, it's like a pampa or something like that. I forget what the term is for being a being that helps move souls along forward, because Shinigami is a directly like Japanese thing. But the idea that when Hikaru showcases his form, basically, and opens himself up to Yoshiki enters into it and is both feeling the physical elements of the fleshy bits that are being, because this is still a form. This is a corpse and stuff like that. But it's also being transformed and probably done in such a way that there's
Blood
you
is
don't
still
need to have a
flowing and-
liver and lungs in
Sure.
a specific way and stuff. It's more than that.
Right.
But there's always this spiritual sensation that Yoshiki has that isn't connected to the physical or what have you.
Okay.
And so I think that what that is that's him like crossing through and feeling some aspect of that.
Okay.
So
All right.
that's where you could have then all an actual literal reason for the spirits that are stuck here to want to go towards him, because they think he's a gateway to the other side.
Sure, because
So
he
they're going-
effectively. You're right, because he effectively, if he has a bunch of them gathered in one place, it would probably look or feel like a little pocket of the land of the dead.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So the idea is that they think it's that, whether it is exactly that. I think that it functionally might be somewhat like that, but along the way they get stuck. It's not a perfect portal. It's a kind of a fucked up portal.
Well, it's a fly trap.
Well, it's a fly trap, but is that because of something that's fucked up in his past, or is that
Sure.
actually the function of what he was
Right.
intended to be? So I think what it is that, if it's a fucked up version of what he's intended to be, then I think what he might have intended to be was a more proper portal, like an actual,
Sure.
like a successful one. And so to everyone else, it's that's why he's a lightning rod. And so they're using and abusing it in the wrong way. The humans are
and so
using it in that way.
Mutates and metastasizes into this other thing because, they've been doing a bunch of human sacrifices.
Right. And so I think what's kind of clever about this is that we might be having an evolution of what Hikaru actually is.
Okay.
But all the stuff that we've been given thus far
Is still
are
accurate.
foreshadowing. They're hints foreshadowing as
Yeah,
to what
okay.
he
I like
actually
it.
is. And this is my current theory based on what we've been given thus far.
Gotcha.
I think
I like it.
I think it works just enough to where it can set up some really big, cool things in the story later.
Right. If it's not that, I think there's decent likelihood that it's not that, but I think that it's something that is very close. Like
It's probably like 20% right or something.
right. Like might be a weird analogy, but Newtonian physics that is not technically accurate all the time. Right, like, but it is really good and applies in a lot of situations. And so, hey, as long as you're not dealing with the situations where it doesn't work, then go for it, use it, and it works just fine.
Right.
So I feel like that's not quite to the level of Newtonian physics, but like I feel like it's in that similar kind of vein where it's not going to cover everything, but it covers a lot of the general underlying principles. And so that's a pretty decent way to look at it,
Right,
at least for now.
Because most of the magic in this world has to do with people sensing weak spots in reality.
Well, or just sensing the actual impurities themselves.
Oh no, totally. But in a weird way, aren't they then, by the way that they work, creating their own little spaces and such?
No, yeah,
that there are themselves weak points in reality.
Well,
like,
so okay.
Because I kind of think of the ghost things or the impurities as not really just ghosts, because the fact that every single one has done that, like their power is actually more consistent than anything else magically in the world building so far. Like,
well, okay, so the this was previous episode,
Yeah.
but Kurobayashi dropped something that's
true,
kind
yes.
of insane.
Yes, she did. That's true. Let's go back to that episode.
That she can banish impurities back to the land of the dead.
Right.
Which is ridiculous. And quite frankly, if you want to talk about portals, that is the most confirmation of portal type stuff that we're talking about. Granted, one way. And humans have already figured out how to go one way to the land of the dead just fine. It's more the other direction that's the problem.
Right.
Time travel, going into the future is fine. It's just one day at a time,
It's just slow.
It's just slow.
It's constant.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, I totally get what you're saying there. I think that to me fits into the realm of what she's kind of generally experienced.
Right.
Was that she had an unwanted visitor,
right,
and at some point figured out how to get rid of it.
And
so she's doing her exposition based on that.
And the thing is, I think that rule of the travel being one way, not accounting for reincarnation, is still a thing, because when the spirits are dealt with, they don't come back. When, like the deal with the impurities is that they are spirits that we're not able to go across, right?
Yeah.
And so now, as far as how something like that will be used in the story in the future of the show, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But
another thing also with Kurobayashi is that she does have something that was never brought up in this episode that I'm still like a little bit uneasy about. But she gets greeted by somebody who's in a suit, believed to be a woman, and specifically Tanaka was working with what was most likely a woman with the company.
Oh yeah, this
And
could
so
totally
this
be a company representative.
Probably is her. I'm just going to go and say it's most likely
The specific lady.
specific one. And the idea that that wasn't followed up on means that this person might now know exactly where Hikaru was.
That is a very easy conflict to go into for season 2.
Yeah. So I think that Korebayashi is dangerous in how willing she is to put herself into these situations, and might end up making decisions that have longer term implications because she doesn't realize how big this is potentially about to get.
And how much she can trust or should trust the whole unique situation that is going on right now. Hence why her decision to not try and, exercise Hikaru was really important last episode. Hopefully that'll continue.
Because I want to bring up also, she doesn't necessarily have the full way to banish him. She says that she could yank it out of his body.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exercise, not banish.
Right. So she can't necessarily tear a hole.
No, right, but she did do that with the other little ones.
That is true.
Because they were just wandering around, and she's just
true.
like, nope.
So it might be a strength thing.
Yeah,
it might be a strength
probably
thing.
Is.
It's probably, there's scales of it. I think mostly what it is that it's that Hikaru is not just one entity.
Right.
There's quite a few.
Thousands of them.
We are legion,
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's a fun premise. In a lot of ways, this anime season was basically communicating the premise of a larger story for later, and making sure that we're established with these characters, and specifically Hikaru and Yoshiki, for their very, very fun, unique, painfully traumatic relationship dynamic.
Right. And so now we've got another adult that can be brought into this. Fantastic.
But also, God, what a great anime adaptation. I don't know what the manga's like as far as things go, but there's so many little creative expressions.
And the fact that we got live action footage
could not be a manga thing in the slightest bit. I mean, okay, no, it could be, but I just don't know how you would differentiate that.
Right, did they use photos for some of the manga panels when, to imply hey, this is supposed to be live action footage, because XYZ or whatever. But
yeah.
Good shit.
Also, I just have to know, is Tanaka making a joke with the whole Kodiak moment? This is a great photo,
he's done stuff like that before, but yeah, it is definitely...
Because he's a little quirky, but I always wonder when people do hand signs and supernatural stuff, and I'm like, oh, is he doing some kind of thing himself?
He's been doing stuff like this before. I think it's just a character quirk. It's just especially funny when it's all right, now the, two boys are fighting in the water.
He's being the scrying link for the organization that is now looking through this point so that he can give the info back to home base in case he dies in the next hour,
He's actually just Alucard from Hellsing, and then it's all right, release level 0, Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's just him being Tanaka.
Just being a dork, yeah. I also just love the goofy thing where he's just Denji, and he's just vibing, having his good time and stuff. He's now become this supernatural exorcist expert going around, and
he calls his hamster Pochita.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
He went through his own manga experience, 10 years ago, and now he's I just look for other main characters out there and be like, okay, hold on, I'm gonna be the side character in your story.
Besides, the entire cast from my show died. So,
they're all freaking dead. It was awful.
Yeah. All right.
Also, I gotta say, the creepy Yoshiki with the live action mouth in the water being his reflection and stuff was really cool. But also, it was a fun reveal to be like, hey, I have a monstrous side of myself that I'm scared of, that I'm not comfortable sharing, and most of it is in that I do not allow myself to basically be real with anybody. And I'm scared now, basically, that, I maybe told myself that with Hikaru, OG Hikaru, I could be.
Right.
But now that I'm realizing how much I'm connected to this person independently of Hikaru. I like this.
Oh yeah,
this Hikaru, maybe more.
I feel so
than
bad.
Old Hikaru.
I feel so bad because when I was watching that part, I'm like, okay, this could be that he has the half of, Hikaru that was broken off or whatever. It could be some element of that, supernaturally or whatever. Oh, okay. And then I was like, wait a minute. Monster, is this some internalized, homophobia? Like, is this about a sexual orientation? I'm like, oh God, I hope not. No, don't call yourself a monster for that guy. And then it's like, oh no, right, he's talking about the fact of I don't care if people die.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. No, yes, this is good to address and realize that is something you're okay with, and you need to process that. Like,
right, and that's probably pretty scary to realize.
Oh, sure.
Oh shoot, in that area, I'm pretty dang amoral. There's
I am very selfish in this case.
Yeah.
I just don't want to lose you. I know that they're like I am mostly unfazed when, you almost kill me because, all right, another Tuesday. The fact that also that happens with other people, I would definitely prefer if you didn't, but
that's why we started the episode
Right.
with the shitty relatives that he was like,
Exactly.
I would be totally fine if you guys just died,
Yeah, but I've realized it's not a deal breaker for me, which is kind of disturbing.
Sure.
But
Sure.
yeah.
But
And good job, Tanaka. You brought back the salamander. Yeah.
but okay.
Good shit. Good season.
Yeah. Head pats for Yoshiki.
That's right.
That was really
Because
sweet.
everybody needs head pats sometimes, and Yoshiki more than most.
I also love the meta thing of the ED being directly referenced with the
Going through it in the
you know?
show and
right, but
the
also
face.
it being something where Hikaru has now gotten so good at understanding the differences between him and Hikaru that he's able to truly mimic
Right.
in a way that he hasn't been able to up till now. This is exactly like who Hikaru was, and I'm doing it here just to make you feel better.
Right.
But also,
Showing that I understand you,
this is more showing that I also love and care about you than it is about, oh, yeah, I can do this, but that's also not who I am. That's not me. So, wow. Great finale. Great cliffhanger
Yes.
to set up season 2. They're definitely going to make season 2.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah.
that'd be so sad if they're like, and, we don't have enough material to do season 2, so who knows if it'll happen.
Maybe it'll take a while, but if they had that be the end, that would be the most
Now go read the manga.
what the fuck? Because it's not like a everything went to shit kind of cliffhanger, but it's like we're about to get happiness. Like we have gone through a lot of the pain. There will still be pain, but victory has begun. Oh, and okay.
Yeah.
That would no.
That'd be rough. But all right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the first episode's reaction and discussion to My Dress Up Darling season 2 right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You got an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.